What's up guys? This is Davinci Neptune here. In this video we're going to be talking about how to cut toxic people out of your life. Now first things first, you gotta take the time to understand this other person before you include them in your universe. So at the very beginning you should start slow, very slow, and also probably ask them questions that will give you a better sense of who they are, because you don't want just anyone coming into your universe. You don't want just anyone taking from your sexual or sharing sexual energy, because we are here to love, right? That's why God created people, through the act of love. So everything around us, every organism, every entity, we're all connected by love, and that's what we all desire, is love. We desire sex, we desire love, we desire intimacy, we desire friendship and companionship with other people, and it's all love. That's what it is. It's all love. However, unfortunately, there are certain people that you don't want to allow into your space right away, because if you allow them into your space, they can steal your energy. So these are what we call like energy vampires, or you can think of them as parasites, or you can think of them as leeches. These are leeches, basically they leech on another animal. They find a target to just suck their energy. It's kind of like a bug, it's like a hidden, like a small little tiny bug that's just there, and God knows where, and it's just like extracting your energy. So this is why you want to set healthy boundaries, and you want to be careful with the people that you allow into your space. Because if you allow the wrong people, and I personally have done this, especially when I was a newbie, when I was just like a beginner. Like, I'm naturally a chill, cool guy, so I'm very open-minded, I'm very friendly, I'm very open to a lot of things. Unfortunately, that lesson I learned was that you can't trust everyone, and not everyone deserves to have a spot in your life. Not everyone deserves to have a spot in your reality. I'm going to use the word deserve. You don't have to save everyone. You don't have to, nor should you feel like you have to save everyone. You're not here to save everyone. You are here to simply help the people that are receptive to you, to the people that you can actually help. And if someone is toxic and they are draining you of your precious time and resources and energy, you have to cut them out of your life completely, or don't allow them into your space. Another thing you can do is cut the cord. Like, if you do happen to find someone who's toxic and they're leeching off your energy, like a scissor, you cut the rope, you cut it. This way you're not corded together with that other person, because what tends to happen is the vampire is leeching on from the other person, who is like the victim, I guess you can call it, and they're stealing energy is what they're doing. Stealing energy on purpose or not on purpose, I don't know, and it doesn't really matter, and I don't care. If someone's stealing your energy, that's low, and that's shady. Honestly, like, you have every right to beat the crap out of that person, to fight them, to kill them even, man. You have the right to kill this person if they're fucking over there taking your energy. Now this is on a spiritual level. Like, this stuff here is way different than like human drama. Human drama is like petty arguments and stuff like that, petty conflicts. Like, in the spiritual realm, we deal with things that are like on the esoteric, unknown level, or that's invisible to the eye. So I'm gonna also say this again: you don't have to allow everyone into your life. Okay, not everyone deserves a spot in your universe. They can come back around when they are high vibing, or they can come around when they are a vibrational match to you. Because if they're not a vibrational match to you, what are they doing in your reality? Right? Now, I don't mean to sound too harsh or too brutally like honest, because what I'm saying is not necessarily need to be taken literally. But it's to say, avoid people who are, toxic, stealing your precious energy, stealing your time. The most important thing that you have as a resource is your time and your energy, your attention. And you don't want to feed people who don't provide any value to you into your life. Because why okay, let's just prompt that question. Like, why would you actually give attention to someone who is not adding value to your life? And this is, this is like even despite transactional relationship. This is despite businessship. Like even friends, we're adding value to each other's lives. Now with the toxic people don't want to give. They don't want to share. They just want to take. Kind of like a little kid who's asking for mom and dad for presents. Give me, more. So you're gonna need to set healthy boundaries. You want to know what to look for immediately. If this person gives you a weird vibe, trust that, they're not trusted. If you feel weird around this person, trust that vibe, because, like I said, it's very important that you don't allow space to people who don't deserve a spot in your universe. Now, this is different from like high vibers and low vibers. You can have sympathy for low vibers and you can mingle with low vibers. Maybe not all the time, but because they need to upgrade their frequency before they can hang out with you if you are the high viber. If you're the one who's high viber, they need to catch up to your frequency, and then they need to catch up to your frequency just so that they can catch up, so this way that there's a sync. So the law of attraction attracts people of like frequency and like vibrations, and when there is a match, this is known as a sync. And that's what the universe is doing. The universe essentially pairs people who are similar, like-minded, or have the same kind of type of energy. Because everything is energy. Everything we do is energy. We are made of energy. We're made of stuff. So I'll tell you guys, it's very important that you keep toxic people out of your life. Because they will suck you dry. They will take your precious resources, they'll take your money, they'll take your attention, they'll take your energy. You want to avoid these people like the plague. Use your best judgment and use your best discernment as to how you want to conduct it, how you want to deal with it. But generally speaking, you want to set healthy boundaries, like, well, how do I know I can trust you in the very beginning? They need to prove themselves as trustworthy. Because when you first meet someone, you don't know if this person is friend or foe. You don't know if this person You don't know the intentions of this person, especially if they don't explain themselves. If they don't communicate who they are, what they are, then they are what's known as shady. They're known as potential threat. So when they don't communicate and you don't have a lot of information about someone, this is known as potential threat. And this is something that I personally messed up too, because when I like to be mysterious. I like to be kind of like James Bond, or like, I just like to feel mysterious. And this, unfortunately, does not build rapport. The best thing that you can do is build rapport, make a connection, and make trust. That's why gimmicky vibes don't work very well, because the most important thing is connection, and connection starts with trust. If you can't trust someone, you really can't be with that person. You can't be around that person. So that's why I'm telling you to set healthy boundaries. Have like a block, have a shield, visualize if you need to, because when your energy is being sucked up by entities, you are literally an open target, which will make you attract diseases and illnesses, and it will help you to, no, it will prevent you from creating the life that you want. Pretty much is what I'm trying to say. So one method is that you set healthy boundaries, know what to look for, know what to screen out. What are the red flags? If you see these red flags, don't trust that person. And you got to be the judge and discerning factor, or discerning the decision maker as to what these red flags are. What are you willing to accept? What are you willing to not accept? So before you even meet someone, you should kind of have an idea, like, all right, these are the things I hate. These are the things I cannot stand. These are red flags. These are also criterias, but in the negative form. So you also want to have criterias. Criterias are values. So what do you like in a person? Like, what are some core qualities, some core features, some core characteristics that you like in a person, right? So for me, I like when people are doing their best. I personally like this person is doing their best. We're having a good time. We're relaxed. We're easygoing. You know, we're having fun. We're having a blast. That's personally what I like. I like someone who is easygoing. They're cool. They chill. They're relaxed, and we can hang out and we can have fun. And I like people that I can talk about anything with, where we can talk about everything and anything, and it's in a way where it's like you feel comfortable with this other person, that you can literally say anything to this person. And these are the best conversations you can have, is that when you can be so open with someone that you don't need to hide who you are, you don't need to hide. Now, I'm at a disclaimer here though, like if you're being super weird, they have a, you know, they're gonna feel creeped out and weirded out, right? And that's to be expected. That's normal. All right, so criterias: know what to look for, know what you want, know what you cannot, know what you hate. For example, if this person smokes cigarettes, maybe you don't like smoking cigarettes, so you don't hang out with cigarettes people. Now, I'm just using that as an example. Maybe you don't like people who drink alcohol. Maybe you don't like people who do weed. Well, I don't know. Like, you would have to make that list for yourself as to what are the big red flags. And I'm saying this is very important because in the spiritual world, there's a lot of entities that are trying to steal and zap you from your energy. Now, they don't mean bad. I'm not saying they're bad entities. They're not like they're bad people or bad spirits, but they're just not useful. They're not helpful. They're annoying, and they're making your life a living hell because they are extracting resources from you without providing any value. So that's another thing. If you feel like you're being drained out of resources around a certain someone, and if you feel like what they do, like you're always doing more in the relationship, you're always adding more than they are, then, you know, chances are you're gonna have to, like, you know, put two and two together and say, well, this person I don't like, this person I cannot trust. So you need to get to that space where you don't allow everyone into your universe. At some point later down the road, when you are more ready and more capable of allowing for more room, for more space for different types of people, then you can do that. But in the very beginning stages, sexual energy is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is not something to be playing with. You can't just be sharing your sexual energy with any random person or any random thing, right? Because that can create diseases and illnesses. If your sexual energy gets, like, you know, it attracts parasites, you're gonna attract so many illnesses. And I've been dealing with a lot of like parasites recently. Parasites and bugs and people who are just trying to like waste your time and just, you know, they're just trying to take without like giving you anything in return. This is what's known as a one-sided relationship. If you're in a one-sided relationship, you need to pull out. This means that you are doing too much. You're giving too much energy away, and they're not adding value to you. And it's not fair to you if they're not adding value to you. Why give people energy and attention if they don't add value to your life? Right? Because love, friendship is about fair trade. Love is giving. Unconditional love is giving. It's giving in a sense that it's without the kind of like the, what's it called? Without the taking. It doesn't have like a taking vibe to it. Pure love is just giving. It's just 100% giving. That is unconditional love. Unconditional love is pure giving. They are willing to give you something, and they don't mind sharing with you. Now, when I talk about unconditional love, this does not mean that you be a doormat for other people. This does not mean that You allow toxic people to run your life and dictate to you. When we talk about sexual energy, this is serious business. This is not a joke. This is real serious. And I'm telling you guys as a warning because I've been diving in the spirit realm for a while, quite some time now, and I gotta tell you that most of the entities I meet in the spirit realm are a waste of time. Most of the people or entities that I meet in the spiritual world are really piss poor and useless. You know why? Because they're there looking to get sexual energy from someone who has sexual energy from. So they're trying to. It's not like they're trying to steal your energy, but it's to say that they want it because by taking your energy from you, it feeds their reality and it feeds their universe. But remember, you gotta remember that if they're not adding value to your life, they don't deserve your love. They don't deserve sexual energy. Now we can then say, well, that's not unconditional love. That's conditional. No, unconditional love does not mean that you play hero. Unconditional love doesn't mean that you be a martyr. Unconditional love doesn't mean that you self-sacrifice yourself for the other person to be happy. Because remember, in your universe, you are number one, right? I'm number one in my own universe. I'm the leader of my own universe. And you are number one in your universe. You're the leader of your own universe. So having said that, I feel like I pretty much said what I wanted to say about that. Yeah, so just protect your energy, protect your space. Don't allow just everyone to share your sexual energy with. Make sure you can trust this person. Make sure that you feel comfortable with this person. I've been messing up. I was a beginner to a lot of these things, and I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning because I'm new to all these things, and my health just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And it was just because I'm new to a lot of these things. So if I was making decisions that was not very well refined, and now I'm telling you guys, after having gone through it, having gone through a lot of spiritual work, done spiritual work and a lot of energy work, 90% of the people that you're gonna meet in the spirit realm are a waste of time. That's why it's important that you learn who you can trust and who you cannot trust. Because sexual energy is not a joke. This is not a game. If they take your sexual energy, that's a fight. Anyone who steals your sexual energy is asking for a fight, right? So we either fighting or we trading. And by trading, I mean you're exchanging experiences for another person's experience. You're sharing the moments for another person's moments. Anyway, this is a little long because it's very important. Cut out toxic people out of your life. This is a very important topic because toxic people will waste your time, waste your energy. You don't have to play Superman. You don't have to be the martyr. You don't have to play Jesus Christ. You are here to take care of number one, which is yourself. Make sure that you're happy. Make sure that your universe is happy. That's what you are here to do. You're not here to feed other people's universes if you don't have energy to be giving off. And in the past, me personally, this was a rookie mistake. I'm very cool, I'm very chill, I'm like, yeah, no problem, I'll help you out. But I'm being depleted. I'm being depleted of energy, I'm being depleted of resources, and they're getting happy, and I'm not happy because, well, I'm losing resources, and they're gaining resources. So it's a win-lose scenario. Whereas, I'm losing on resources, and they're gaining resources. Those are the type of relationships that you want to avoid and you want to minimize. You want to have friends that add value to your life. You want to have family that add value to your life. If they don't add value to your life, they are a distraction. They are a waste of time. They're annoying, quite frankly. You only have 24 hours in a day. You can't be giving every single person your energy. Alright, I guess that's all I want to say about this. Be careful who you share your sexual energy with, and cut out toxic people out of your life, because if you attract a parasite, that's going to be eating you from the inside, and they're going to be consuming your energy internally. And this is going to make you sick. That's why I'm telling you this, because it's very important that you don't share your sexual energy with just every single person, especially if they're toxic. Toxic people are energy vampires, and they'll drain the hell out of you without giving you anything. It's a one-sided relationship. That's what that is.